Let's also talk about rights and responsibilities. A lot of people now are looking at the U.S. Constitution and reading it and studying it. They're learning a lot of their rights. And they march around saying, I have the right to free speech, I have the right to own a gun, I have the right to a trial by jury of my peers. My state has rights to retain all powers not granted to the U.S. government and the U.S. Constitution. Well, there's more to it than just the rights we have. We also all have responsibilities that correspond to each and every one of these rights. And as a people, we've done a very pathetic job. We've been very apathetic to upholding our responsibilities. And we've seen our rights erode as we've done so. We certainly have the right to free speech in the First Amendment and the Bill of Rights. But we also have a responsibility to speak out against tyranny and evil in our government. We have a responsibility not to libel and slander people. These responsibilities are necessary so that we can retain that right. Our Second Amendment gives us a right to own firearms. There's a militia clause there that comes first, put there by our very wise founders to point us to our responsibility. For we have the responsibility to own that arm, to know how to use that firearm, to keep that firearm out of the hands of the untrained and mentally unstable. But most importantly, to be willing to use it to protect our family and our homesteads, and to protect our very nation from invasion from within or from outside. That's why the militia clause was there, because it clearly let us know what our responsibility was. Now, we do have a right to trial by jury of our peers, but many of us don't want to serve a jury. It seems to be inconvenient to go spend that time sitting in a courtroom getting paid very little by the state to do that. Well, if you are arrested for a crime that you did not commit, then you're certainly going to want to be looking out at a jury of your peers that looks like you, that thinks like you, that will understand the situation and pronounce you not guilty if you're not done the crime. We need to be responsible, and we need to serve that jury when it is necessary. Now, I could go through many rights granted in the Bill of Rights or inherently in the Constitution, such as our democratic right to elect members of our federal government. Our House of Representatives is elected by the people at large. The word democracy does not appear in our Constitution anywhere. We are a constitutional republic after all. But we do democratically elect one house of our federal government. And after the 17th Amendment, we begin to elect both houses of our federal government. But we have a responsibility there that goes with that duty. First, we do need to actually register and vote. Second, we need to research who we're voting for and understand what they stand for and the principles that they hold. And we need to vote wisely. As a nation, if we uphold our responsibilities, vote wisely, vote for principle over party, then we can keep a long, enduring country for many, many generations.